G'day people, I wanted to share some information I've gathered and show some footage I've taken from around Australia with my P900. First, let's do a curvature test. I chose Derwent Island off the Queensland coast. Let's use Google Earth and measure the distance from the beach to the island. It comes in at 38 miles. Now let's use the footage I took of Derwent Island. There it is, we can see it clearly behind the coal ships. So Derwent Island is 269 feet above sea level. Let's make sure what the formula for working out the Earth's curvature is. So it's 8 inches per mile squared. Now let's use the curve calculator I found on the net. So a camera is 2 foot above the height of water, and the island's distance is 38 miles. That's 877 feet. And finally, 877 minus 269 gives us 608 feet. So the top of the island should be 608 feet below the curve. But obviously it's not. You can see it very clearly. So the water is flat. And the land in Australia is flat. And it doesn't matter how high you go, above the chemtrails the Earth is still flat.
truth. False. Presidents are puppets, while the true rulers rule from behind the scenes. The real rulers are those who control our monetary system and the mainstream media. A tiny handful of people, made up mostly of Freemasons, run and control the vast majority of the world's banks and media. As damning and easily provable as is this fact of Freemason control, there is one other incredible fact, which has also been held from humanity for 500 years now. This fact is even more damning and more easily provable, and is also a direct result of the Freemason control over the minds of the masses worldwide. It is the most ridiculed, censored, and hidden fact in history. If this fact was made known to the world at large, just this one fact has the power to completely transform the world and everyone in it for the better, holistically, in a myriad of ways. Our rulers are well aware of this, and that is exactly why this truth has been held from us so expertly for so long. It is about the truth of who we are, where we come from, the actual position and significance of humans, Earth, the sun, moon, and stars. The fact is, the Earth is flat and motionless.
And that is the revelation that will finally break the Matrix.
You have been taught from the earliest ages that you live on a spinning ball, that NASA has sent men to the moon.
And you are the result of a Big Bang explosion which created everything out of nothing. Yet nothing could be farther from the truth.
The pictures and videos presented to the public by NASA and other government space agencies are as real as a Hollywood motion picture and as scientific as science fiction. Science facts, on the other hand, prove the flat Earth. There are hundreds of proofs and scientific experiments which have conclusively shown the Earth to be a stationary plane. But you have never and will never hear about these heavily censored experiments in our controlled media. Measurements have been repeatedly taken throughout history until modern times to test the Earth's supposed curvature. And every time have proven what our eyes and experience tell us to be true. The Earth simply does not curve downwards. This mythical curvature exists only in the fisheye lens footage they constantly film, and the fake CG images of Earth they constantly propagate. The spinning globe and every argument used to defend it is simply pseudoscience masquerading as truth.
Millions of people worldwide are waking up to this incredible rediscovery. I encourage you to please explore this fascinating subject for yourself.
Strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. That's never been seen by a human being. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
You better look deep. This occult stuff is real.
I know my rights. I know my rights. I'm a child of God. I know my rights. Dang it.
Just as one travels deeper into a forest, we see media, both mainstream and alternative sources, become intertwined together like vines of ivy and thorns mixed with low branches and root systems, creating an almost impassable maze of undergrowth, completely hiding the truth of the terrain underfoot. This video, much like the forest, may become deep and even dark before finding the light at the forest's edge. Just like following the yellow brick road, you never know exactly what's around the next corner, but you can rest assured that it's usually something you hadn't considered. One thing we do know for sure, that we are in a world of constant change. It's a part of the cycle of life. And although many scream that change is good, it is not without its drawbacks, as change sometimes is brought about by means which disregard the human morality and further the demise of the human condition as a whole. In simpler words, change is not always necessarily for the better of mankind.
you know the truth can unlock the shackles of your mind? I've been lied to the whole of my life. I should be really angry about it, but instead I feel quite liberated by this information. The Earth is flat. Get used to it, people. Do the research. This is your wake-up call.
The sun is not 93 million miles away.
The moon does not reflect the sun's light, it is self-luminescent.
There is no outer space, no galaxies, no aliens, and no gravity.
The Earth is not a spinning ball.
And NASA is full of shit.
The Earth is flat!
There's no curvature. Where's the curvature?
Nobody landed on the moon. Space is fake. The sun is not 1 million miles away. We live on a flat Earth, not a spinning globe. NASA is a scam.
NASA lies and the Earth is flat.
Superior mirage, really? The Earth is flat. Freemasons are lying.
It's time to let go of the spinning ball.
We have never been to the moon. We couldn't go then, and we can't go now.
Oops, the 1,000-mile rotation made me fall.
NASA's a fraud, space is fake, and the Earth is flat.
Have you ever been to Pluto? Don't go. It's a Mickey Mouse planet. Oh, and by the way, the Earth is flat.
God won't be hidden. The world is flat. He wants you all to know it.
The Earth is flat.
That sun is not 93 million miles away.
Safe to believe the Earth is flat.
Kevin, is the Earth a globe?
The Earth is flat and NASA lies.
The Earth is flat. I shall eat my hat. Oh, I haven't got a hat. I'll have to eat the cat. Of course it's flat.
Does it bother you? Because it bothers me too. You're not alone.
The Earth is flat.
Gravity, I'm stuck to the ball.
Don't be afraid to question all you've been taught. I think you're going to find out for yourself that the Earth is flat.
And Chris Kemp here from Beaufort, South Carolina. I laid out the globe according to NASA's dimensions in AutoCAD 2016, and it's just not possible, my friends, because of sight distances.
We've never been to space. Earth is flat. It's a flat plane, and space is fake.
Hi, konbanwa, Faith Waters.
Hi, I'm Grant.
I believe the Earth is flat. Geocentric love.
What is this? What is this? Is that a model of the flat geocentric Earth?
Earth is not a planet spinning in space. Earth is a stationary, flat plane and the center of God's creation.
Greetings from Germany. The Earth is flat.
Yeah, the Earth is flat. There's no doubt about it.
Then the sun is not 93 million miles away.
The globe Earth spins in theory. The flat Earth rests on fact.
The Earth is flat.
Check out the facts. The Earth is flat.
Thinks that the Earth is pear-shaped. No, the Earth is flat.
La Tierra es plana. The Earth is flat.
We know the Earth is flat. The secret's getting out.
It's flat.
There's a firmament.
It's flat.
Guys, I think I found the curvature in the Earth.
La Tierra es plana, simulacros que la Terra es plana. A Terra é plana. Die Durchschnittlichkeit. Die Erdsache. Die Erde ist eine Scheibe. Ich gehe this. The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat on top of the world.
At the 360 and Milker.
I truly believe the Earth is flat.
NASA never went anywhere except possibly Uranus is the only thing I didn't like.
Hey Zeke, say the Earth is flat.
The Earth is whatever the Bible says the Earth is. And I sure don't see any evidence in the Bible about it being a sphere.
With all the empirical evidence and after months of research, I'm 125% sure our Earth is flat.
Can you talk to yourself?
The Earth is flat.
Flat? No, really, it is.
It is what?
Flat.
There's no spinning ball, and there's no U.S. flags on the moon.
The Earth is flat, and that's the flat-out truth.
There is no water on Mars.
I'd like to say that it is 100% definitely flat. I've been imagining it for years, and they all knew.
The Earth is flat!
And the sun and the moon are the same size.
The Earth is not the globe, it is flat like my arm.
I began to open my mind about 10 years ago and question things. And as I pulled on that thread, it finally led me to question the globe model. And I am really wondering if the Earth is really flat. And as I search and have looked into it, I'm finding it to be so.
Space is fake.
Hello, I'm Darren Ryan. I've done the research and I believe that the Earth is flat.
People, wake up.
Use your own mind.
The Earth is flat.
Look around with your own eyes.
The Earth is flat. It does not move.
The Earth is flat. My school books say the Earth is round, but I think it's flat.
No one's ever been to the moon. NASA has been lying to us. The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat. Definitely flat.
The Earth is not a globe that can be proven by no curvature. So what is it? It is flat.
Earth is not spinning. Earth is flat.
The Earth is
flat
as a
Matt
under a
cat.
Yo, Jared, the Earth is flat. It's always been flat. It will remain flat. It took them, the elites, 500 years to get everybody to believe it's a ball. It's going to take you less than 5 to get everybody back to the truth. It being flat. There's no satellites up there. The stars aren't trillions of miles away that people can't really even comprehend. The planets aren't as big as they say they are. They're wandering stars like the Bible says. And it's the truth. And you are speaking truth. And keep up the good work, bud.
The Earth is not a ball.
I hereby declare that the world is flat and we never went to the moon. End of story.
Hello, hello. So yes, I'm with you. Earth is flat.
The Earth appears to be flat. It's all about fake space, no Hubble.
The Earth is flat, and I am not an actor. I'm from Mexico.
Earth is flat and not spinning.
Man, to all you non-believers out there, get with reality, dog. Flat Earth ain't a theory, homie. It's your reality.
The Earth is flat. It doesn't move. It can be proved.
I reject the lies of NASA and the false doctrine of heliocentrism.
Did you know that almost every scholar that has promoted a globe Earth has been a Freemason, and that rockets level out and NASA is a hoax because the Earth is flat?
Peanut butter and banana. It's simple. It works. Just like the flat Earth.
To say that NASA's bullcrap would be a compliment, so at least you can do something with bullcrap that's useful. The Earth is flat.
Hello, journalism and NISA. This is Wake the Sheeple 2015. Just letting everybody know the Earth is flat.
I saw the Chicago skyline from the top of a sand dune from Michigan. My whole family saw it. I came home and Googled it. Now I'm not a ball earther anymore.
I've traveled half the Earth at least. Been on civilian and military flights. And I've always noticed that the higher we go in altitude, the straighter the horizon line becomes, strangely enough. So, until I'm shown proof, undeniable, irrefutable, unquestionable proof as to the shape of the Earth. And I'm not talking about cartoon pictures and CGI images and composite images. I'm talking about the real deal. So until that day comes, until that moment arrives, I'm going to tell you without hesitation. The Earth is flat. Flat as a pancake.
The Earth is flat.
That was 9/11 on Monday morning in Newcastle, Australia. Looks pretty flat to me. What do you reckon? Flat.
I think there is a great possibility the Earth is flat and space doesn't exist.
The Earth is not a spinning ball.
Space is fake.
It's light years, but sights are near. It's planets that look like stars. Never question where you are. The sun sounds big, so it must be far.
The only thing balls have to do with the shape of the Earth is having the balls to admit it's flat.
I refuse to believe that I looked. Now I know. The Earth is flat and does not move.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat.
Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
Earth is flat.
We know the Earth is flat. The Earth is flat.
Our Earth is flat.
The 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 Earth is flat.
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 Earth is flat.
How are you doing? Thanks for joining me. Things to do today. Debunk a friend of mine. We've been having this little argument about satellites. So I was telling him that there are no satellites. So what I did was I Googled satellite images on Google, and this is what I come up with. If you first page of Google images, these are all cartoons, CGIs, drawings, paintings. Those are not real. This is a painting. This is not a shot from outer space. Look at this. You get images, fake, CGI. These are all CGI'd images. You know what I mean? There's not one real image among this. So, you know, me and my friend were arguing about this point. Now this is what they tell us from Google Earth, what the satellites are supposed to look like from space. Look, it's a bunch of cartoons. This is not real. That Earth is a drawing. It's a CGI. It's computer animation. And this is what it looks like from far away. And see the rotation of the Earth? It's the satellite's supposed to spin with the Earth, right? There you go. And I believe the International Space Station is supposed to spin with the Earth, isn't it? Well, let's move on to this this video here I found on YouTube. And he says this is the clearest video he's in space he's ever seen. There's not a real image here. This is done in a studio. This is stuff you would see in a movie, because movies have done this. Look at this. This is green screened. This is set up in a studio, green screen background and a fake image of the Earth. This is not real. It's all CGI. You know what I mean? See? Now, you're telling me this is real? If this is real, show me the satellites. Do you see any satellites? I see a lot of lights, but those are not satellites, and those are CGI anyway. So moving on to the next clip, which I found. How do satellites work if we don't have satellites? Well, they use ground-based antennas. Ground-based antennas connected to cables. So the signal is sent here, and for satellite TV, same principle. The signal is sent to the satellite tower, and then runs through cable. And GPS, same way. So here we go. This is them putting the satellite cable wire under the sea, and then it goes from country to country, connected through the towers, and it goes to the nearest base station. Same thing with the cell phone. And there's boosters sent where there's where it's a bad location, bad area. And same thing with satellite cell phones. Same idea. It's all done through towers, triangulate your position, and then they have underground cables to connect from the towers, connected through underground cables. Now, I found this other YouTube video here showing apparently real life footage from space, and it shows the UFO leaving space. So give me a break. I mean, those are air bubbles because it's probably done in an underwater tank. This is probably footage from astronauts where they. But this is not real. And anyway, my point is, where's the satellite? Where's the satellites? Where's the satellites? See, that's what we're looking for here, satellite. Remember, they're supposed to look like this. It's supposed to look like this. Like lice. Layers and layers of lice. You know? But when we go to this shot, we don't see that. See? We don't see that. We see a clear... That's the one in the background. That's this. I'm going to close this now. We don't see any satellites. See? No satellite. No satellite. So let's close that one now and go to the next clip. And here we're going to have, there's going to be a scientist here, Dr. Lawrence Cohen, U.S. Intelligence, explaining to you how hot it is in the thermosphere.
Is not cognizant of that fact, but the faster you go, the hotter things get.
The faster you go, the hotter things get.
Was never really solved.
Sealants for the fuel tanks, they never came up with a polymer that would seal the joints in the skin panels that hold the fuel in, so the blackbirds sit on the ground and weep. That seems silly. You can look, oh, these stupid guys back in the 60s didn't know what they were doing. There's still no plastic, you know, that can get to 700F and not turn into...
There you go. There's no plastic. There's no polymer.
International Space Station, can't you
that
get
that will resist the heat of the thermosphere.
Photograph that has all these little dots that should look like lice all around the Earth's outer atmosphere. That's one issue, but also the temperature. They tell us the thermosphere is 2,000 degrees Celsius.
Here, that thermosphere is 2,000 degrees Celsius. They don't have a polymer or a metal that'll withstand that. So how can satellites exist in the thermosphere?
Well, what metal is going to be able to withstand that kind of heat? What computer can survive in that environment?
Exactly. What lens, what computer, because there are no satellites. And here's another video of one I saw of Earth at night seen from the space station, which is another hoax. That doesn't exist either. Now, if the space station rotates with the movement of the Earth, then how can we even get this picture? Because it shouldn't be showing us the movement of the Earth, because it should be rotating with the Earth. Now, if it's stationary and the Earth is moving, which I don't think it is the way it's supposed to work. But anyway, if that's still wrong, because there's no satellites in these pictures. This is all CGI. This is done out of a Hollywood movie. This is what they do in Hollywood. So, so my friend was asking me, how do they get the satellite images on Google Maps? Well, here's how. They got blimps. They got blimps, Google blimps. They got hot air balloons. They got Google planes. They got Google drones. There you go, Google planes, Google drones, blimps, hot air balloons, you name it. They got it all. But they don't have satellites. It's a hoax. Have a great day.